So the next agent's abilities have all been leaked, and personally I believe this leak is real, not even because of the abilities itself, but because of the hand, and especially because on the left you can see that ring, which is going to match one of the rings that we saw in the teaser. So personally, I believe this is 100% real. A few things here and there might change just a little while until this agent releases, and they might already make nerfs or buffs to some of the numbers, so I'm not going to focus too much on the numbers here, except for with like the ultimate later on. I will slowly scroll across all these abilities here if they can fit on screen, so you guys can pause and read exactly what they've said for yourself, but I'll be going over all the abilities now anyway. First ability is called Prowler, and you send out a creature that can follow trails or be controlled by moving your mouse. Upon reaching an enemy, they'll be nearsighted for 3 seconds, only one creature per trail. So it seems like a trail is this new feature that maybe is something that only this agent can see, or maybe they can only even see with this ability, and this creature will be able to follow that trail. I assume it's just where an enemy's recently been, and then it can reach an enemy. It'll have a 0.5 second load time once it reaches that enemy, and then it will nearsight for 3 seconds. Again, times are subject to change, but that's what it says at the moment. So it'll be another one of those initiation tools, think like Sova's Drone and Sky's Dog, but this one, it sounds like also a mix of Razor's one as well, because it seems to me like you can either choose to let it just follow a trail, or you can control it yourself to get more like specific information. I'm interested to see if it'll maybe go faster when you put it on a trail compared to when you're controlling it, so there's a trade-off between the two, but we will have to wait and see. Next ability is called Seize. Equip and fire an orb which will stay in the air for a maximum of 1.5 seconds and then slam to the ground. When the orb hits the ground, enemies within the radius will be tethered and will take damage and be deafened. So a lot going on there. It says for the moment that the range of this is 7 meters and that tethered enemies will suffer 75 decay damage. They cannot escape the zone by normal means for 5 seconds, which would mean you can only like get out with a jet dash, maybe a ray satchel, maybe Chambers teleport, things that give you that extra movement. Next up is called Haunt. Equip and fire an orb which will stay in the air and then hit the ground. Then it will go back into the air and turn into an eye. If enemies get seen by the eye, they'll be revealed and a trail debuff is applied. I'm not too sure what this trail debuff is. Maybe it's what that Prowler ability was, so you hit someone with a trail, that trail then lasts for 12 seconds, and the agent can use the Prowler ability to then track them down and nearsight them. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to be happening here. That's why it lasts for 12 seconds, is because the trail debuff literally just lets the ability get to you. This ability itself, Haunt, sounds like a mix of say like Sova's Recon Bolt and Reyna's Leer. Imagine if Reyna's Leer recons you. Simple as that is how I understand this to work, except maybe you won't go through walls. Again, we will have to wait and see. And last but not least, ultimate ability, you send out a wave of dark mist. If the mist hits an enemy, they'll be deafened, trailed, and decayed for 12 seconds. Again, 12 seconds could change. The trailed, I believe it means that the original ability, or the first ability we covered, Prowler, can get to them. I believe that's just what that means. And then also they'll be deafened and decayed. And again, the decayed dealt 75 damage, I believe. So, sounds like a pretty strong ultimate, but again, that's just based off a few words. We'll have to see some gameplay soon to truly understand what this means. If I do see any videos or anything like that, I'll make sure to upload those as well. But for the moment, this is all that we have. Let me know what you guys think of this. Do you still believe it's fake? Or if you think that it's real, what do you think of this ability? Think they sound too strong, too weak? It seems to me like whenever we get abilities and stuff like this leaked, the first impression, regardless of what it is almost always, oh my god, this is so OP. And then we have a Neon situation where it sounds super OP at first, give it 2 weeks and no one's playing it. So we'll have to wait and see.